we doing?
We're good.
You do your shit, dog?
You want me to do it?
You always do it.
Charlamagne the God, Andrew Schultz.
Nah, we're the Gibberish with Jimmy and Trizzy and your boy Lex.
It's your boy Lex.
Oh shit, we started.
Yeah, we on the air. On the air surfing and shit.
Yeah. How's everyone doing? We always do that shit, but
Fuck you.
wow.
No.
That's
Okay. Jeez. Topic of the week.
Topic of the week is
Virgins.
Your first time.
Pop that cherry.
Virgins. Not necessarily our first time, just virgins in general.
Would you date one or have you dated one? How'd that go?
I have a theory
What's
on
your theory?
virgins. I've been wanting a long time to say this out loud.
All right.
Here's how I feel about virgins, okay?
We don't care.
Oh, jeez. The way I feel about virgins is that, okay, so if your whole life, right? Your whole life, you've only had steak. Better yet, you've only had lobster your whole life. That's all you ate. Right?
Mm-hmm.
How will you know how bad, I don't know, chicken is or how bad pork? Nothing wrong with pork, nothing wrong with chicken. I'm just saying, if you've always had lobster,
The same thing.
you can't appreciate lobster.
No.
True.
If you always had steak, you can't appreciate steak because that's all you ate. That being said, Lex analogy is that with virgins, sorry to be graphic, I feel like they can't appreciate good penis. I feel like they don't know
what good
is, what bad is. They don't know what it's like to have a dude bust his nut in a minute and a half and have themselves disappointed. They don't know what it's like when a dude can't get up and they're disappointed. They don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know what it's like to go through bad penis. So, when you have sex with them, if you're putting in work,
yeah, they won't know.
They don't appreciate it. They think that's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
Right? So that's how I started the topic. You guys can...
That makes sense. You know, no, I agree with that. If you put in, especially the part that you put in work, you do what you gotta do, and then they're just like, oh yeah,
That's how it's
just
supposed to be.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. I do think though, if they go from really good and getting it good
To getting it bad,
they'll see that the difference, and then now call for like a recall type of thing though.
Yes, but you're gone by then.
Yeah, you're
True.
Are you?
Well, maybe not.
No,
I
it
guess
depends
not.
on what the situation is. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But no,
So-
I agree. Like, the first time I had it, I was like, whatever. I was like, yeah, this is great, whatever. But as time went on, I realized, oh, this was good, this was bad. I started comparing.
Yeah, you know what's bad and what's good. Yeah,
because like if you still if you never, yeah,
lobster and steak. Yeah, absolutely.
yes, exactly. It's
So-
exactly the point. Yeah.
That being said, would you guys wife a virgin?
At this age, I'm 27. I don't think I would wife a virgin. I need my girl to have had some experience, so that when I, when I put it down, she knows, like you guys said, she knows, okay, this is good. Now, obviously, you could be, if sex is the only thing that's, let's say, bad, it could be worked on, yes, but I want her to have experienced
Bad penis.
there's a few other guys, whether bad, good, and also she knows when it comes to that area of the relationship, it's bad, decent. She knows how to
Handle it.
how
Yeah.
to categorize that. So
Would you wife a virgin?
I'm gonna say no, but if you do, it's kind of like there's a pro to that at the same time.
Yeah, I know, because you're on the religious tip. I know sometimes.
There's a
and
pro to it.
Yeah.
So like, I wouldn't disregard it. It wouldn't be a deal breaker for me. I would definitely think about it. And then the only reason why I would is because the fact that it does open to roads to cheating on the girl's part, because she might have that sense of curiosity.
Oh, what it's like out there. Yeah, what we were saying in the cheating episode.
Exactly. So
Right.
to avoid that door in general, then yes, I would rather talk to a girl who's had some experience and
just to avoid the cheating aspect.
To avoid the cheating aspect. And at the same time, then I don't have to explain a lot of things to her or try to do things that I want to do.
No, that's a separate part. I want to talk about that afterwards.
Yeah, but I don't know. What part?
The part of the fact that she has no idea how to do anything. Right? That's a whole nother topic,
mess, bro. Like that's a mess in itself. Like,
but for me, for example, an ex of mine, pre my wife and everything.
We'd hope so.
Yeah. She never had an orgasm before me. Right? She wasn't big on masturbating. She didn't have, you know what I mean? She wasn't into that kind of stuff too much.
Right. She's younger on top of it too, right?
No, she was my age at the time.
Yeah, but we were
younger. Yes, we were younger. Yes. So I gave her, together we accomplished her first orgasm.
Okay.
And after that, she always wanted to have an orgasm every time we had sex.
Yeah.
But she assumed that it was easy and normal
to get one
and I would have to at the time I had a bit more experience. I had to explain to her like, yo, there's a lot of girls out here
who've never
had an orgasm before. Yeah, she's like, oh no, it's easy, and we used to literally get into verbal arguments.
Oh man, that would kill the vibe.
Because
oh my gosh,
because she'd think that it would just be absolutely normal for her to have an orgasm every single time. And it is. I think it's good.
The first time hearing this.
You never heard this?
Nope, I don't think so.
I think I told this before.
Sorry.
I would literally put it down, not to hype myself up, but I would put it down because she was my girl at the time, and I would get zero appreciation. She'd just be like, "Yeah, it's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like this."
Shit, yeah.
I'm like, "Yo, wait till you get into a relationship where a dude busts. No offense to the dudes who bust in 2 minutes. Shout out to you, but a dude busts in 2 minutes." And you're gonna see that what I was doing was work, and from there, that's when I added to my list that I can't be with a girl who's never been with someone else.
Nah, I mean, it can cause a lot of problems for sure.
But you were saying that you have to. Wrong choice of words. You'd have to show her everything again.
Yeah, there's like things like for example, I have a sense like. If a girl comes on top, whatever, sorry to get graphic, and she's riding, like, if she doesn't know what she's doing, it doesn't work for me. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
So, like, if she's on top and she's not...
I get that part, yeah. But so, you just can't do another position.
I don't want to time out and say, this is what you're doing wrong. You know, I don't want to do a play-by-play type thing, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, girls who's gone through it, like, obviously know, like, if they've gone through enough, they had... multiple partials experience.
Yeah,
they know what the do's and don'ts are. They know, like, you know what I mean, and they know what they like too. So like, it's easier for them to talk about it. But if you don't know, then it's like I gotta say, yo, do this, do like this, do like that, and that's annoying because now I'm not even focused on the feeling anymore.
You're focusing on how
I'm focusing on how she's doing it to get that feeling, which just kills my vibe in general.
Right.
You know, like I was talking. Actually, it's funny because I was talking to girls at work about this.
You have like a group of girls
I do have. There's a group of girls at work and they talk about stuff like this sometimes, and we're talking about that, and it's funny because like I hear how the girls think about it too, and they laugh because like sometimes I'll tell them a little something. I don't get too open, but enough that they can. Oh yeah, we hear the guy's side of the story. I was telling them like they were talking about how when guys go down and shit. Some of them don't know what they're doing, and some of them know what they're doing.
Right.
And they don't want to stop them from doing it and then tell them what they need to do because it kills the vibe. Yeah. I'm like, yo, that's almost like that's the same thing when a girl's giving head.
Okay, let me ask you. Sorry to interrupt you.
That's cool.
Would you rather a girl stop you midway and say, "Hey, do it like this," or would you rather her just let you?
Let her do it.
Because how do you improve if you... I have no problem with a girl stopping me and telling me, yo, do it like this.
Then it feels like a job, bro.
I don't know. Earlier on, a couple girls would stop me.
Really?
Yeah.
You gave me the shoulder?
No, but they didn't stop me and like give me tips and shit. But they stopped me and said like put it in, right?
Oh, it's different.
No, but
this guy wanted a gangster move. I was like, no.
No, but I feel like it was because I wasn't doing a good job.
Oh, okay.
Right, it's like, all right, like, enough with that. Let's just go to the real.
Was your vibe killed, or you were still down to
it wasn't
the...
killed. I was trying to
you didn't
get
give
pussy. I was doing this for you. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, as you get older, right? Yeah. Obviously, you want to make sure they're pleased, because then that makes kind of everything better.
And they come back from work.
And they tell their friends.
Exactly. You know, so you want to please them in every way. So I mean, I'm just saying. Sometimes they stop you, and
I just don't want to get that shoulder.
No one's ever stopped me. Like,
the shoulder.
They do this instead.
That's what they said. That's what she said over there. I'll give them a tap out and just like tell them to come.
No, see, that I don't want.
Fucked up. That's what I said. I was like,
but even then, what do you do? You gotta take it. Right? I mean,
you gotta take it, but then like,
I don't mind if she's telling me if she just says stop. I don't like it. I'll be offended. But if she says I prefer it this way, I take lessons. I wouldn't get mad.
Yeah, there's a difference of like while it's going on, you know, like girls doing like, you know what I mean, and I tell like, yo, do this, do that, ABC. That's different because you're telling them while they're doing it. So like that's cool. But if you give them a shoulder, tap them and say, yo, just come on, like that's like basically saying, yo, it's whack.
Has a girl ever faked it with you guys? Off topic.
I don't think so, but I mean, apparently it's possible that they could have.
They were good fakers because you didn't know.
They must have been, because I didn't know. So I would say no. How do you know that they faked it?
No, I had a talk.
They told you that they faked it?
Yeah, one of my exes, we had a long talk. It was about shit in general, but that was one of the things.
She said that she faked it.
Yeah.
Like, how did that come up? Like,
same thing happened to me.
Yeah, they told you that they faked it? No girls ever told me.
Talking about sex and shit, and then she admitted that. And
it's because you've never talked to a girl long enough afterwards for her to tell you that.
Babe, that's possible. That's a possible thing. That's possible. I mean, not to get graphic, but I mean, if a girl is, you know, squirting all over the place, I know she didn't fake shit.
What you say? What you say?
Not all your girls have done that.
What did you say?
But I've gotten a few.
Did you say if a girl is squirting all over the place?
That's what I said. Dog. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about. Listen, we don't get too graphic on the podcast, but I'll get graphic a little bit. You know, a lot of time that's pee, right?
Yes, I know. I googled it.
And a lot of time girls, because they see it in porn, they think guys react well to it. They fake that, so they pee and pretend it could happen.
It could happen.
It could happen.
I know.
But don't get hyped up.
No, it only happened to two, and two of them didn't expect it to happen because they were freaking out.
That's what they say. That's a good actress.
I guess. I mean, they should get a globe because I felt for it.
Yeah, you felt for it.
I believed it. It was like some real shit right there.
Okay, so when a girl tells you, that's for me, that's the worst thing. I'd rather a girl stop me and say, "Hey, do it this way," than her fake it through. Because if I can feel like she's faking it,
no, that's different.
I'm around.
Oh yeah. If a girl's faking it, you can tell she's faking. That's different. But if she can't tell, ignorance is bliss, bro.
Agreed. But if I can't, if it's your wifey, you want her to not fake it at all, right?
No, you'd want her to tell you the truth. Like, yo, I'd rather you do this than that, blah blah blah. Because that's your wifey. But if you're just smashing some girl, whatever.
You don't mind if she fake. You don't care if she had a good time.
At that point, I don't care at all. Whatever. She doesn't have to tell me shit because it might not even smash the next time anyway.
I feel like the first time you have sex with a girl, you have to lay it down.
Correct.
Proper.
Correct.
So I agree. All right. So back in the day, right?
Here we go. Is it a story?
It's not a story. Oh. But in general, what would happen is, right, the girl would start talking to her shit, and, you know, I do all this shit, and then I would back it up and, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you, all this nonsense, right? Right, and the day comes and there's pressure on me, right? So I go into it, but whatever. Maybe sometimes it works out. Sometimes I bust in 2 minutes. Sometimes whatever. Sometimes it just doesn't go how it's planned. So I'm like, shit. You gotta give me I don't tell her this, but in my head I'm like, I'd rather get a second or a third maybe chat, right? Right? So now that's why these days I don't talk no shit, right?
You don't talk no shit?
I don't talk no shit. I don't say I'm gonna do this, do that.
I talk shit.
Whatever happens.
You talk shit?
I talk shit, but I make sure that time I talk shit, I get licked up with some alcohol, boy.
Well, I have a story briefly for that.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
nowadays, maybe I'll try to get licked up. Because I know I don't, whatever, I don't bust.
Because I know when I get licked, I'm not busting anytime soon, dog. So I know.
On a side note,
shit's going down.
That happened to me. This is before I talked mad shit.
Yeah.
She didn't live in the city, right? So I would talk mad shit. I was like, yo, when you come down, I'm gonna do la 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 la, all types of shit, right?
Yeah.
she ended up coming down, but when she came down, the vibe I got from her, because the first time we're meeting, was like, it's not going down. You know what? You get the vibe. I kind of felt like she wasn't feeling me.
Type thing.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling it. I was feeling it, but I don't think she was feeling it. So I drank, right? Yeah. And I know I can't, like I said before on previous podcasts, when I drank,
you had technical difficulties.
Spaghetti on my penis, right? So I drank, and then she changed her mind, or she actually was down. I mean, I couldn't read her well. And we started going at it, and boy, oh boy, I put in probably one of the worst performances of my life. All that shit talk. It's only because I drank too much, right?
I mean, I get licked. Like once I like the alcohol hits me, bro, like, I'm good for a while, bro. I'll just for a while, bro. So I know I'll lay it down. Like New Year's, boy, I lay that shit down correct. Cause
according to
well, she came back several times, so I must have been doing something proper.
I just feel like the first time you put it down,
you gotta
put it down.
You definitely do. It's like your first impression. You know what I mean? You have to make sure you put in most of the stops. Make sure you do everything properly
in the first time. And to bring it back full circle, relatively, is that if it's a virgin,
she won't know.
She won't know if you're putting it down or not.
You're putting all this work in, sweating bullets. She won't know. She thinks that's normal. It's probably because she thinks it's hot.
Would you have you ever done it and the girl hasn't come back? You ever had sex with a girl and she no repeat offenders and never came back for a second time?
I had one no repeat, but it's just because the opportunity never arose again.
What does that mean? How's that happen?
As in, like, I beat briefly. And like 3 weeks later, she was talking to someone she ended up getting wifed up.
Okay.
So it was like, I never had. Most of them were repeat offenders.
Okay.
No, I don't think I've ever had a girl not
come back,
or there was no like talk to come back, but it never happened.
I feel bad.
Although in hindsight, sometimes I'm like, man, that performance was not great. So I don't know why she would want to come back. But
you gotta send some nice text messages and shit.
Yeah, but no, that has happened. It could happen though.
Oh, for sure, it could happen. 100%. I haven't experienced that yet. I don't want to. I probably would feel really bad.
I've experienced it.
Sometimes
you experience like no recall.
Sometimes that needs to humble you a little bit though.
More than once.
Huh? Sometimes it's not bad. Like, it's bad, but like sometimes you need to be humbled a little bit.
Yeah,
like you for example, you need to be humbled.
Just recently.
I've had.
But yeah, whatever.
I mean, but
I've had no repeat offenders. A couple times, and you don't feel good.
You don't
feel good. You shoot that text message, you get delayed response. And shit.
It's like that.
I've had a couple of those. Listen, I put in work most of the time, but I've had a couple of slip ups. Too much alcohol, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, but that's not your fault. Technically,
it was the first time when you did it.
First time. I mean, you got to know yourself at that point. Which, if you were a virgin, you wouldn't have known yourself. You know what I mean? But you know.
Yeah.
So.
Altogether, what are we saying about virgins?
We're saying just don't wife one yet, man. Just don't wife a virgin, bro. Everyone needs to get some experience under their belt.
Prior to
couple notches, it doesn't hurt nobody. We're not telling you to get like 12, 13 notches, but 1, 2, know what's good, know what's bad. Be appreciative. Appreciate it.
Speaking of virgins, what was it like for you? As off topic as this is, but it's kind of on topic. What was it like for the first time for you guys? Me, my first time was terrible.
I mean, like, thinking of it now, it was bad.
For me, the first time for me was the condom broke both times. That I had the first time I had sex in my whole life, the condom broke. Second time, different girl. Not long after the first one, condom broke. And I was terrified both times, and we had to go to the clinic both times. Because I was so scared. I had no idea. Well, I thought she'd be pregnant immediately. And that fucked me up for a long time. That was my first time ever.
I knew I wasn't good the first time. 100%, obviously. Thinking about myself now, I was a starfish first time. I just laid back.
That was good.
I just knew that I was hard, and she just handled the business. That Jimmy and everything.
Handle the business.
Yeah, she just rolled whatever. And
were you saying to yourself at the time, like, oh, I'm actually doing it. This is it.
Actually, yeah, I did.
I said to myself.
And I was like, wow, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, this is what this is all about. All right, I'm down. I have my condom and everything. Actually, she had one.
Yeah, you off topic, but Lex.
What?
When Lex has sex, he probably uses 50 or 20 condoms.
That's not true.
When we lived together, okay, one time I had to get something in the room, I forget.
That's not
And there was a girl over the night before. I walk into your room, I look on the floor, 20 used condoms.
I'm sure 20.
I'm like, yo, bro.
Floor is made of them, I'm sure.
How much sex did you have the night before? This guy, what do you say? As soon as it like goes something, you take it off and pull out another.
Because sometimes like I'll be beating, especially like if I get like, a drink a bit, whatever. I'll be beating for a while, and I go, "You alright, bro?"
I'm sorry, bro.
I legit get just tired. Like I get tired and there's nothing happening, so like I stop, and then like I'm not gonna keep just chilling on with the condom on, bro. Like shit gets irritating and shit, so I take it off.
Why'd you put it back on?
Man, to put a nut like to put it back in the bag.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work, bro.
Put it back in the bag.
Like, what am I gonna do with that condom after you take it off? What do you do with it? Keep it in your hand?
Put it on the side, yeah. Put it back on.
Put it on your dresser, your nightstand?
Yeah. Put it back on.
Nah, bro. Just take that shit off and throw it away. Bro.
20 of them, bro?
Not 20, bro. You're over exaggerating, bro.
Lex be wild enough.
No, I'm sure. Sometimes I wild, but not to that extent.
Trizzy, your first time, what was it?
First time was with my first girlfriend. I think it's funny because my first girlfriend, she was 2 years younger than me, which seemed like a lot back then. So I used to, whenever she would skip school, and she was in high school when I was in adult ed, I would have to pretend to be her dad.
What the
fuck? Call her high school. Right, because my voice was the same voice I have now. I'd call her high school, but oh yeah, what's your name's not coming in today.
I'm sorry. Whoa. I'm sorry. Let's time out. White flag. Never heard this story before.
Never heard this story.
This shit is going down.
This story of the week.
You start from the beginning.
This story of the week.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
There was a few times.
Oh my gosh.
There was a few times where, I had, where was I? I think I was in adult ed or whatever, but I was free, and she had school.
You had to call school,
right? And she wanted to take the day off.
Please, you're calling school right now. What do you say? Go.
That didn't phase you out.
It did a little bit, but I mean, I still did it. I'm on pussy.
But if you say it's the principal, please, or the secretary.
Was the girl white or black? Sorry.
What? It's my ex-girlfriend.
But how did she? You don't sound like an old white man.
Shit, I don't know. I did it though.
All right.
No, I just call and say, yeah, what's your name? It will not be. She's feeling sick, and they wouldn't question me or anything. And that was it. I hung up the phone.
Where is she? At your crib?
She's at her crib, but I'm going to her crib that day. Wow. She's taking the day off.
And her parents are out for work.
Oh
my ruthless. That's ruthless.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
sorry.
I would do. I did it that much time. I did it like twice.
And how do you feel about that?
I was a virgin.
I never knew. I knew Tristan for over 10 years.
I never really disclosed that. I
never knew that.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Either,
so
bro.
for my first girlfriend, that's what I do.
That's what you do for your first girlfriend.
That's what I do. And first of all, I wanted pussy.
All I thought about at the age of 15, 14, 15, because I was hanging out with older people at the time.
I know. Yeah.
All I thought about was pussy.
See, I told you. I remember. I told you guys the girl that I turned down. I told you about that in the first podcast. The one that this was before I lost my virginity. Like,
when you were talking your virginity was like last week. I remember that time. Yeah.
I turned it down. I just wasn't. I don't know. There's something about that I just wasn't down. So I didn't know Jimmy either. So maybe that was it too.
That's a good reason too.
Maybe that was a good reason too, like to not do it there. But I mean, I was like, whatever. The next, like,
for me, I had an opportunity. Like I said, I was hanging out with older people. Mm-hmm. I was off topic. I was with this crew of people who.
Yes.
I'm not gonna name any names, but they were doing some shit. Little gang shit going, but they were older cats. They had cars and shit, and they knew some girls who were, I guess, down with the crew or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. So they
groupies,
if you want to call it groupies. But so they hit me and they said, "Oh, we all went to this one place," and I was coming back, and they're like, "Yo, so and so, let's call her Angela, is coming back to the apartment." Right. I'm 15 at the time. Mm-hmm. They're like 20, right? Mm-hmm. Coming back to so-and-so's apartment, you want to reach? We're all going to do our thing. There's like seven dudes.
What does that mean?
And I was like, yeah, I said, what does that mean? What does that mean? They're like, yo, she's down for everybody in the crew. So you can reach and you can find, because they knew I was a virgin, so that you could finally get rid of it. And I was like,
get rid of it like it's a disease, dog.
No, because he's gonna tell me stories all the time. So I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I thought about it for a second. I was like, all right, like, like, yeah, you can go first. I was like, okay. So I took the bus, and it was a long bus ride. They had whips, but not the crew was big, so everyone was in cars. And I'm on a bus, and I'm like, oh, man, should I do this?
Were you prepared? Did you have Jimmy's with you?
I don't know, man. They had Jimmy. I didn't ask that.
You didn't ask all that stuff, okay.
So then I said, she's not gonna do it. I started coming with a denial phase. I'm like, she's not gonna come. She's not gonna show up. And then they're like, yeah, she just messaged, like, she's there. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I was like,
Is it Asian chick?
This is the Asian chick. Yeah, we've seen her. Yeah.
What was it? Oh,
we've seen her at the club.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember that time.
And I was like, all right, man, if I'm gonna get off this bus, because after the bus, it was either I walk to the apartment, which is nearby, or I catch my second bus to go home. And I was with like 4 of the dudes, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna have everyone's out at the apartment now. And I was like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm gonna go home. They're like, for real? I thought you wanted. I was like,
no, I don't want to lose it that way.
I don't want to lose with a group of 7. So then I started putting in my head that she didn't do it. Like, she wouldn't do that. Like, not that I know her, but like, what kind of? Like, I'm a virgin. What kind of girls getting fucked by like 12 guys?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So then I went home, and the next day I had this girl on MSN. Shout out to MSN.
Right.
Next day, out of pure curiosity, I was like, "Oh, what's up?" I'm not baiting the scene. I was like, what's up?" And she's like, "Oh,
you been on here long?
You been here long?" And then I was like, "Yo, did you hang out with so and so?" She's like, "Yeah, they said I couldn't handle it, and I did." And I was like, "I'm like, are you serious?" She did it, bro.
Can you give her a name with the same initial? Cause I know who you're talking about.
You wouldn't know.
I don't think she's not that.
You wouldn't even know if I said the same initial.
The time we've seen her is the only time I've ever seen this person.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. She doesn't come around the crew or anything.
No. I'm trying to think of the one you.
But she came around that crew.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. No, I feel like you told me this. They told me. I'm trying to remember who it was.
They probably heard the story.
Yeah, you heard her before. So that was one time that I could have, but I didn't.
No, I feel you.
And I would suggest, don't do that. I mean, you're gonna lose it.
See, that's the thing. Like that's the thing. What I've heard from some dudes that I know from the States is that they rather do something like that than
listen, there's a
to
group
get
of
rid of
people
it.
who are very different
because
from us.
it's like they're like, yo, we'll get rid of it so we don't get attached to the girl. So when we, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they don't think of it as anything special.
It's not that it was special. It's just that
you know what I mean?
I didn't want to like that.
Like, I mean, that's not a way to
But I'm saying some people will be like, yeah, that's the perfect way to lose it because you don't get any attachments to this girl. You get rid of it. You know what to do, what to not do.
That would haunt me.
Yeah.
That would haunt me.
Oh man. I mean, I'm good with the way I was. I was good with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too. I was fine. It was not fun at all, but it was fine. It
was all right. But now you know what to do, what you don't like.
What you do like. So to sum it up, I wouldn't wife a virgin personally.
Definitely not.
No.
I think we're all in agreement here for the first time in a while.
I would not do it.
No wifing up virgins.
No, she has to be really bad though.
If she's bad as
she has to be like she has to be a 10, bro.
No, then you still have that problem though.
Same problem.
Hey, if she's bad, that's more of a problem. Now niggas holler at her, she getting attention.
She's bad, and you tell that she's not good looking.
What the fuck?
I mean, I think
you lock her in the basement, bro.
Oh shit!
No social media.
Girls know when they're bad, man. Girls know when they're bad. You know when you look good and when you don't look good.
I guess that's true. But I mean, if she's willing to lose it with just you, and she's been bad at our age group.
No, but man,
then
she gets it once from you. Now she knows what it feels like. Now she gets. Well, she's always been getting attention.
Starts
now she's like,
now
oh
she's
shit,
feeding?
the attention could lead to what I just got, which feels amazing. And next thing you know,
that's true.
She's exploring a little bit. Now. In 2 years.
What was
5-10 years from now.
Yeah.
I got girl of the week.
You got girl of the week. Trizzy came out with this nice little story right there.
That was sudden and brief. I never knew that.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Calling girls and
girl of the week.
Shit.
Let me tell this story. Stretching. Okay. So, back in the day, I was talking to this girl. You know the girl. I'm gonna name her.
Use the same initials so I make sure I know who you're talking about. Chelsea?
No, Nancy.
Nancy.
It's fine. Nancy, right? So Nancy was a very upper class, rich type of girl. I'm not rich in that way or whatever the case may be. Yeah. She's very upper class, very rich, all that kind of stuff. And I met her on Plenty of Fish.
I know it starts.
Plenty of Fish.
Plenty of Fish.
Shout out to Plenty of Fish.
POF, baby.
We spoke on Plenty of Fish, got the number, whatever. I got the text, said let's go on a date. Now I knew she was that kind of person based on her Facebook, whatever. So I said I'm not the type of spend money.
What type of person?
Upper class, rich, whatever.
Okay.
I'm not the type of and just to make it clear, it was a black girl. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a white girl, black girl, whatever. I'm not the type of person to spend money on dates and shit. Like I'll take a girl out, but I'm not gonna try to impress you with my money.
Yeah.
So I said this time, let me try something different. Let me try to impress her. So I picked her up, brought her to this nice restaurant that I knew, the Italian restaurant.
The one you took in my car?
No, the first date was in my car.
Oh, okay.
My car was in the shop when I took away your car.
Okay.
Brought her to the restaurant, footed the bill, and I knew she was, I hate to use this word, I knew she was bougie when, the waiter came in, the waiter said, what would you like to drink? And she didn't even look at the menu.
Yeah,
she goes, I'd like to have a Pinot Noir. At the time, I don't know what the fuck a Pinot Noir is.
Is that white, red, purple wine? What is that?
Then a waiter said, sorry, we don't have any Pinot Noir, but we do have Cab Sauv or Merlot. And she's like, I'll take a Merlot. And I was like, what the fuck? The girl was my age.
Yeah.
At the time.
20, 21?
20, 19, 20?
Yeah, probably around there. Yeah.
So I foot the bill. The restaurant was expensive. She gets her Merlot, whatever the fuck it was. It was expensive.
$50.
Bro, I had water. You crazy? The minute I seen Merlot and it's not on the menu, so I don't know what it costs. I was like, I'm going with the water just in case. Foot the bill. We go to the movies.
Sorry, how much was the bill? Do you remember?
I'm gonna take my best guess. I don't remember, but I think
the bill.
It was over. I think it was over a bill.
It was over a bill.
Maybe like a bill.
Pinot Noir was $50.
No. The dinner, the drinks. She had more than one Merlot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she had more than one Merlot.
My wallet hurts now.
Yeah. Went to the movie and it wasn't even cheapy. It wasn't cheapy day either.
So you spent that $20.
I spent the $20 in the movie.
Okay.
Took it to the movie. I thought the date went well.
Yeah.
Right.
Laughing,
giggling. I didn't make any moves or nothing.
No.
I thought it went well.
Okay. Holding hands, anything?
Holding hands. I always hold hands.
All right.
Shout out to holding hands. I always hold hands. So I'm holding hands, everything. I bring her back to her spot. Total cost for the night over $150 probably. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Gas included. Now, I drop her off. She says, thank you for a nice night. Walks into her house. I drive home.
Okay.
I shoot her a text the next day, and I want to be too eager. I said, hey, why don't we go for ice cream or something? Why don't we, whatever? And she sends me a text and says, sorry, but just to let you know, I didn't feel any connection during the date. I want to be honest with you. Didn't feel it. I wasn't feeling you. I don't want to offend you, but sorry. Right? Yeah. And I said, fuck. And I was like, no, I said, I'm not that kind of person. So I said, all right, I completely understand. Thanks for letting me take you out. I don't see anything wrong with us being friends.
Yeah.
And she said, oh, that's a real mature way of handling it. Mm-hmm. I appreciate that. Sure, let's be friends.
Yeah, for sure.
So I kept communication.
As
right?
you said.
And as you guys know from the episode of The Vacuum, I'm a petty motherfucker, okay? In the back of my head, I'm like, yeah, friends, okay. So we're talking on, at the time it was BBM. We're talking on BBM.
Shout out to Blackberries.
Talking on BBM, talking. We went to a festival. We all went.
Yeah. Banna.
Yeah, Banna. Yeah. We all went, and I put a picture up. And I know we said no shirtless pictures, but at the time I had a tattoo on my back.
Mm-hmm. So you had to.
So I put a tattoo on my back on the thing.
I took that picture.
That's gay. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that though. So shout out to Lex for taking that picture. I put it on my BBM profile picture, and she hit me up. She's like, "Oh, you nice picture. You looking mad fit. That back, whatever,
wonderful
right?
Back you got.
That's a nice back,
muscular and shit. Pause.
So I said, thank you. Are you at the festival? I'm like, yeah, I'm at the festival. Oh, she's like, oh, I'm on the outskirts. Why don't you come pick me up? Whatever. And I was like, we already hung out
Yeah.
As friends.
Yeah.
I actually missed a part of the story. Sorry.
It's okay.
A second time we hung out to get the ice cream, maybe a week later, I picked up in your car.
Please tell me. Let me get a backstory about my car. This is my first car I ever got.
What's the name of the car?
1996 Rust Bucket Honda.
What's the color of it? Green?
Honda emerald green.
Emerald green Honda Civic.
With the rust all over.
One door didn't work. You had to open it from the inside.
Gotta open it from the inside.
It drove though.
It took me from A to B, and I only spent $500 for that bad boy. But let's go.
My car was in a shop. I borrowed Lex's car, another Honda.
Yep.
Newer though. Shout out to my newer Honda. Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
I picked up. Okay. I used Lex's Civic. Shout out to Lex, and I picked her up.
What was her expression, bro?
First thing she said was, "I'm not making this up." She goes, "What is this?" No bullshit. And I said, "Yo, you could walk. Word for word." I know she wasn't into me like that, so I said, "You can walk if you want."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Okay, relax." And she got in the car. Mm-hmm. We're driving back to the spot just to hang out as friends, and I made a joke. I was like,
"This is my car, bro."
No. I was like, "Oh, maybe me and you one day we'll have sex." As a joke.
Yeah.
I know I didn't set up well, but she goes verbatim, "James, we will never have sex." James,
I remember this stuff.
It will never happen. She looked at me dead in my face, and I was like, "Oh,
I remember when you told me this the same next day.
It broke me a little bit. I was like, "Shit."
Shook you a little bit.
I was like, "All right." I was just making a joke, but still.
Yeah.
Boom, bang, bang. I said the Toronto. I said the Bandit thing. Mm-hmm. Boom, boom, boom. Mm-hmm. I told her I couldn't meet her that night. I'll see her back when we got back to our city. Mm-hmm. Came back to the city, hit her up. We hung out, and in my thought process, I was like, "Listen, I'm gonna try," but I didn't think anything was gonna happen.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So she came over. We made some dinner. We went upstairs, and bro, before you know it, your boy is doing his thing.
Hold on, let me just elaborate on your boy doing his thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, podcast. We were talking about in a podcast about like girls screaming and shit. I walk in.
You remember this?
I do. I walked into the house, and I heard this high pitched voice screaming.
Was she loud?
She was loud.
I don't remember her being loud.
This is how loud.
Same
she was.
girl? You sure?
I don't think the same girl, bro.
It was because I went into the basement to watch TV. I turned the TV on.
Is it the house, not the apartment?
Yes, the house, not the apartment. I was in my room. She was yelling. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I go into the mid floor. Yeah. I'm in the mid floor. She's still I can still hear her, bro.
It can't be the same girl.
I swear to God, it's the same girl. I swear to you. Because you came out, you did your thing, and then after you told me, yeah, that's the same one that said that would never happen. You told me that. I know for a fact.
You sure?
110%. Because you told me it was the dude's sister, and I laughed. Cause I made fun of you that same night.
Did you?
I swear to God, I know.
We'll knock on wood in case you swear to God,
but I know it is though.
Time to do with the reason.
What? No, it's okay.
Maybe she was loud.
Get off me.
All right, fine. Maybe she's loud.
Yeah, she was a loud one though.
Okay.
So that means you must have gave it to her though.
Thank you for that.
I mean, fuck, after all that, hell yeah. Down.
I put
this
it
guy
down.
dropped the mic after, bro.
Nah, I'll do some.
For real.
I'll do some freaky shit. Now, here's what I did. Right. I kid you not. As soon as we finish.
Talk like good shit.
That's messed up.
As soon as we finish, I get up, I walk over, lights are off, I turn the lights on, my dick is swinging, and I said, "Thought it never happened."
Hey,
James, it never happened.
Yo, I would have shrugged my shoulders, but like
I did. I was like, "Yo, what? Thought it never happened." Bro, I kid you. She's like, "Well, you know, all this bullshit."
Yo, man, you should have gave it to her again after that.
I did.
Oh.
So then we went, took a shower. This is why I don't remember if you were there because we took a shower right after.
No, I left. After a certain point, I left.
Okay. Took a shower together. She was all kissy, whatever. Came back, part 2, whatever. And then we went to sleep, woke up the next day. And I was on like, I don't burn bridges.
No, I think, sorry to cut you off. Yeah. I think when you did it was the second time because I went, no, you're right.
No, I only hit once. But I mean, it was like one session. One night.
Yeah, one night.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe it was the end of it because when I came in, I know for a fact you're beating, because, yeah.
Oh, maybe it was the second time.
Yeah.
So, boom. I I don't burn. I don't burn bridges. Yeah. But I was ready to burn this bridge.
Yeah, no, that's a legit burn. Sure. That's a legit pyro. You
I didn't
that shit on fire.
I didn't dog her out, but I said, okay, well, she slept over.
She talked that shit.
She talked that shit.
This is my car, bro. I'm not.
She did your car.
She was a fair dish.
That's my first car, bro. What do you want from me, dog? Like everyone had a shitty first car, you know.
I did too. 92 Maxima. Shout out.
Sunfire. He was thinking about it.
It didn't have much rust. You know?
No, I know, but it was old. Then we all had old cars.
She did his job anyway.
He did his job.
Yeah.
So boom. Sorry.
Bang bang boom.
She now this part of the story gets a little weird, right? So then I wasn't gonna I would never dog out a woman. I'm not gonna kick her out. I'm not gonna say fuck you, whatever. Yeah. Went to bed, cuddled, whatever. But the next day I was like, all right, I'm gonna drive you home. Drove her home. But my intentions were I'm done. Like I accomplished what I needed to accomplish.
Yeah, for sure.
She didn't give me time of day.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna give her time of day.
No, for sure.
So I stopped leading that, and she messaged me. She's like, "Oh, can you come to a campfire?"
The fuck?
It was a campfire in the West, and I was like, "Nah, and I don't really want to go." She's like, "Please, like, friends are gonna be there." And I'm like, "Is any of your family gonna be there?" Yeah. Mm-hmm. And she's like, "No, none of my family's gonna be there."
Did you go?
Get to my story.
I'm sorry.
Jeez. She's like, none of my family's gonna be there. It's just friends. Like, I'd really appreciate it if you came. And I'm like, listen, all right. When a girl gives me pussy, I'm always appreciative. I don't know why that is. It's just the way I am. I don't treat whatever
that.
So I said, all right, what time is it? She's like, at this time. I said, okay, boom. So I went. I show up. She comes out to the front to meet me. Brings me in a ton of people. I'm like, okay. Sitting down, talking. She goes, brings me in the house. Bruh?
Thugged out.
Cap sideways, like his ass, pats at his ankles.
At 19, maybe, yeah. She brings me inside. She goes, Uncle Jonas. I made that name up. Uncle Jonas, this is James.
She said uncle.
Yeah, her uncle, her cousins, her brothers, her father.
Her brothers are there?
Her brother, no, the one you know wasn't there.
No, the other one. I know both of them.
Okay, well, the other one, no, she's three.
Yeah, the youngest one was there?
Two of them were there. I don't know which one's which.
Okay, I know one of them. I know all three of them. Yeah,
two of them were there. Uncle Pops is there. And she's introducing me.
Oh my God.
This is Jimmy. This is not as her boyfriend. Just like, but you know it's weird because like, why are you introducing me?
Man.
Boom. So then we go. I don't know why I'm always saying boom. I apologize. Mm-hmm. So then we go sit down by the fire. She comes sits on my lap in front of her whole family at the fire.
Yeah, you gave it to her good.
I'm not gave it to her good. Yeah. I just feel like maybe she was looking for, I don't know what it was. So and then I'm like, I was mad uncomfortable. So I got up, not right away. I was a gentleman. I said, all right, nice to meet everybody, and I left. And then I hit her up. I'm like, yo, why didn't you tell me your family's gonna be there? And she's like, oh well, they just kind of showed up, which is bullshit.
Our whole family just showed up.
Family.
Yeah. And the way it ended was, she kept texting, and she wanted to hang out one more time. She came over.
So she got attached.
A little bit.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna dog her out. I won't say what I was about to say, but it's fine. We're driving back to her crib, and I was texting and driving. It's awful. Shouldn't do it. But she's like, "Can you stop texting and driving?" And I said, "You can get out." But only because I was mad at her for all this shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you don't like the way I drive, I'll drop you off if you feel unsafe. And she's like, "Oh yeah, so I guess we won't talk again." And I said, "I guess we won't talk again then." And then I dropped her home.
Yeah.
Never spoke to her again after that.
Hey, that's the way to end it though. Still,
that's the way to end it.
Right, so you gotta do like that way sometimes. You know what I mean?
That's all right, man. You know what?
I mean, yeah, at the beginning.
If we're gonna dog you up,
yeah, exactly. You know, like she deserved it. At the end of the day.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Always have terrible ends.
That's a wrap, man.
That's a wrap.
What would you say, y'all?
I would say that.
I can't keep saying that.
Sorry. Not shout out to anything. Email the Gibberish Podcast.
Twitter
at gmail.com. Twitter the Gibberish Pod. Hit us up with messages, whatever. We appreciate our listeners.
Follow us if you got to.
Follow us if you like. Again, we appreciate it.
Sorry for the bluntness.
What the hell are you talking about?
What? We a bit blunt, you know.
In terms of what? We've been blunt the
Dog,
all
we're not
16 pod, whatever we did.
16?
Or the 5, 6, whatever.
Yeah.
2, 3.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7. Anyways, all right. So, this is Gibberish Podcast. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
And hold it down.
Keep it locked.
Bevel.